There's a financial threshold that most people never talk about, but once you understand it, it changes how you see money forever. The $250,000 rule. This is the point where your investments start generating enough passive income to feel real, around $20,000 per year at 8% returns. It's the moment when compound interest shifts from theoretical to tangible, when your money starts working as hard as you do, and when financial independence stops being a distant dream and becomes a visible, achievable reality. Most people focus on the first $100,000 because that's the hardest milestone, but $250,000 is where everything accelerates exponentially. I'm Kyle, and today I'm breaking down why $250,000 is the most important financial target you've never heard of, what changes when you hit it, how long it takes to get there, and what you need to do differently once you cross this threshold. If you're serious about building wealth, this is the number you need to be obsessing over. Let's dive in. The $250,000 rule is simple. Once you have $250,000 invested, you're generating approximately $20,000 per year in returns at 8% average annual growth. That's $1,667 per month. For most people, that's close to covering rent, mortgage, or basic living expenses. This is the moment when passive income becomes substantial enough to feel in your daily life. At $10,000 invested, you're earning $800 per year. Nice, but insignificant. At $50,000, you're earning $4,000 per year. Helpful, but not life-changing. At $100,000, you're earning $8,000 per year. Starting to matter. But at $250,000, you're earning $20,000 per year, which is enough to reduce work hours, cover major expenses, or accelerate your path to full financial independence. This is the inflection point where wealth building shifts from grind to momentum. Below $250,000, you're doing all the heavy lifting. Above $250,000, your money starts pulling its weight. Here's why $250,000 matters more than other milestones. At $100,000, compounding becomes emotionally real. At $250,000, it becomes financially impactful. The difference is profound. $100,000 generating $8,000 per year is encouraging, but you're still dependent on your salary for survival. $250,000 generating $20,000 per year means you could theoretically work part-time and your investments would cover the income gap. Or you could maintain full-time work and use that $20,000 to accelerate to $500,000, then $1 million. The psychological shift is massive. You're no longer just saving, you're building a parallel income stream that's growing independently. Most people quit before $250,000 because progress feels slow. But those who push through discover that $250,000 to $500,000 happens faster than $0 to $250,000, and $500,000 to $1 million happens even faster. The rule is the gateway to exponential wealth. Let's talk timelines. How long does it take to reach $250,000? If you invest $500 per month at 8% returns, it takes about 18 years. If you invest $1,000 per month, it takes 11 years. If you invest $1,500 per month, it takes 8.5 years. If you invest $2,000 per month, it takes 7 years. The pattern is clear. Increasing contributions dramatically compresses the timeline. Most people in their 30s earning $60,000 to $100,000 can realistically save $1,000 to $1,500 per month if they live below their means and avoid lifestyle inflation. That means reaching $250,000 by their early to mid-40s. If you're aggressive, cutting expenses, increasing income, investing $2,000 to $3,000 per month, you can hit $250,000 in your late 30s. The key insight: this isn't a 30-year goal. It's a 7 to 15-year goal depending on intensity. Most people never hit it because they don't prioritize it, but those who do unlock a level of financial freedom most people never experience. Here's what changes once you hit $250,000. First, financial stress decreases dramatically. You know that even if you lost your job, your investments are generating $20,000 per year, which buys you significant runway. Second, you gain optionality. You can take lower-paying jobs you enjoy, reduce hours, or pursue passion projects because your investments supplement income. Third, compounding becomes visible and motivating. Watching your portfolio generate $20,000 per year without effort makes you want to keep going. Fourth, you start thinking in years to freedom instead of decades. At $250,000, you're halfway to $500,000, which generates $40,000 per year, potentially enough for lean financial independence. Fifth, you shift from accumulation mindset to acceleration mindset. You're no longer asking, can I do this? You're asking, how fast can I get to $500,000, then $1 million? The confidence and momentum at $250,000 separate those who coast from those who compound to seven figures. Let's break down the math of acceleration. Going from $0 to $250,000 investing $1,500 per month takes 8.5 years. But going from $250,000 to $500,000 with the same contributions takes only 5.5 years. Why? Because your $250,000 is now generating $20,000 per year, which adds to your $18,000 per year in contributions, $1,500 per month, giving you $38,000 per year in total growth. You're now saving $18,000 and earning $20,000. Your investments are contributing more than you are. From $500,000 to $750,000 takes 4 years. From $750,000 to $1 million takes 3 years. The timeline compresses exponentially because compounding dominates. This is why the first $250,000 is the hardest and most important. It's the filter. Most people quit before they reach it, but those who persist discover that wealth building becomes easier, not harder, after this point. The $250,000 rule is the gateway to exponential wealth.
Here's what you need to do to reach $250,000. First, calculate how much you need to invest monthly based on your timeline. Use a compound interest calculator and reverse engineer your target. Second, automate contributions immediately. Set up automatic transfers so saving happens before spending. Third, increase contributions annually. Every raise, bonus, or windfall should increase your investment rate. Fourth, avoid lifestyle inflation ruthlessly. The biggest threat to reaching $250,000 is upgrading your lifestyle as income grows. Fifth, track net worth monthly. Watching progress motivates consistency. Sixth, stay invested during downturns. Market crashes are buying opportunities, not selling signals. Seventh, focus on boring index funds, S&P 500, total market funds. Don't chase individual stocks or crypto. Eighth, eliminate all high-interest debt. Carrying credit card balances at 20% while investing at 8% is financial suicide. Ninth, increase income aggressively. Negotiate raises, switch jobs, start side hustles. The more you earn, the faster you reach $250,000. Let's address the objection. I can't save $1,000 to $2,000 a month. I have bills, debt, and responsibilities. This is true for some, but not most. The median American household earns $75,000 and saves less than $5,000 a year. But there are people earning $50,000, saving $15,000 a year, and people earning $100,000, saving $0. The difference isn't income, it's priorities. If you're earning $60,000, $1,000 a month is 20% of gross income. Aggressive, but achievable, if you live modestly. If you're earning $80,000, $1,500 is 22.5%, difficult, but possible. The reality, most people can reach $250,000 in 10 to 15 years if they prioritize it. It requires living below your means, avoiding debt, resisting lifestyle inflation, and increasing income. It's uncomfortable. It means driving a used car, living in a smaller place, cooking at home, and saying no to expensive vacations for a decade. But the alternative is working until 70. The choice is yours. Once you hit $250,000, your strategy shifts. Below $250,000, you're in accumulation mode. Maximize contributions, cut expenses, stay aggressive. Above $250,000, you're in acceleration mode. Maintain contributions, but also protect what you've built. This means diversifying if you're 100% stocks, ensuring you have adequate insurance, and avoiding catastrophic financial mistakes. It also means resisting the temptation to inflate lifestyle. Many people hit $250,000 and think, I've made it. I can relax and spend more. This is a trap. If you inflate lifestyle, you reset progress. The people who become millionaires maintain discipline at $250,000 and keep going. They treat it as a milestone, not a finish line. They celebrate privately, then refocus on $500,000. This mindset, treating every milestone as a checkpoint, not a destination, is what separates people who plateau from people who compound to seven figures. Let's talk about what $250,000 enables.
It's not financial independence. That typically requires $600,000 to $1.5 million, depending on lifestyle. But $250,000 is financial flexibility. You can take a 3 to 6 month sabbatical without income and be fine. You can switch careers without panic. You can negotiate harder at work because you're not desperate. You can weather recessions, layoffs, and emergencies without catastrophe. You can take calculated risks, start a business, invest in real estate, pursue entrepreneurship, because you have a cushion. This flexibility compounds into better life decisions, which compound into more wealth. People without $250,000 are stuck. They take jobs they hate, stay in bad situations, and avoid risk because they can't afford it. People with $250,000 have options, and options compound faster than money. The people who reach $250,000 quickly share specific habits. They start investing in their 20s, even with small amounts. They automate everything: contributions, rebalancing, reinvestment. They live well below their means and avoid lifestyle inflation. They track net worth monthly and adjust strategies quarterly. They increase contributions with every raise. They avoid debt obsessively. They invest in boring, low-cost index funds and ignore market noise. They stay invested during crashes and buy more when prices drop. They focus on increasing income through career moves and side income. The more you earn, the faster you reach $250,000. At the core, the $250,000 rule is the inflection point where wealth building shifts from grind to momentum. Below it, you're pushing the boulder uphill. Above it, gravity works in your favor. It's the moment when passive income becomes real, when compound interest becomes powerful, and when financial independence becomes visible. Start today. Calculate how much you need to invest monthly to reach $250,000 in 10 years. Automate that contribution immediately. Track progress monthly. Increase contributions annually. Avoid lifestyle inflation. And commit to reaching $250,000 before your next major life milestone. Tell me in the comments, how close are you to $250,000, and what's one thing you'll do this week to get closer? This is the threshold. This is the rule. Let's cross it together.